Hello, YouTube. Here we go, the big one. All my Instagram followers have been wanting to know what's going on. You're burning shit. What are you doing, dear? Oh my. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that, let's see, video, a couple nights ago, we had a bonfire full of Harley Davidson stuff. That wasn't just Harley Davidson stuff in general, folks. That was things related to Valley Harley Davidson of Triadelphia, West Virginia. Anything with their name on it, anything associated with them. Went in the fire. Oh, what'd you do that for? Firewood. See that? Firewood. I gotta get that. Anyway, what'd you do that for? Oh, the easiest way that I can explain this is to rewind all the way back to 2019 when the wife and I purchased our 2019 Road Glide Ultra. We purchased 2019 Road Glide Ultra, and I knew I wanted to do the VIP package. I knew I didn't have the money to do it right away, and I wasn't going to finance it because that's just silly. I knew around about how many miles I'd be putting on the bike and stuff like that because we bought it late in the year. So I was, working 6-7 days a week then, not riding as much, but still yet, all that stuff. And I had bought the Whim and the Harley headsets, and I was told that being that I bought the bike and then shortly thereafter I had bought the Whim and plans of everything that I had to buy, Bing's VIP package, warranty, and all that stuff, they would take care of the flash for free. So I'm like, cool. Well, I will forewarn you, if a dealership says that they're going to do something for you for free, get that shit in writing. I put the Whim in and everything, and at this time, dealership was going through a merge. They had a sister store in Ohio, and they were merging, and there was staff that got let go, and staff that was there when I bought the bike that understood the agreement that was no longer there. So, they tried to charge $135 to flash my Whim. Or flash and let the do the flash for the Whim, put it that way. And there was no way I was paying that, so I raised a little bit of cane, and they ended up doing it for $35, which it was supposed to be free, but whatever, I'll pay $35. And I think I've said that before in a couple of videos, but this is for people who are newer to the channel and haven't heard about all this crap. So you have that. That's strike uno. Then I bought the VIP package, took the bike up for service. They went ahead and did the 1K. Bike already had 1,000 miles on it, and I'd changed the fluids, but they went ahead and supposedly did all the other stuff that's supposed to be done. I'm like, okay, cool. after I bought the VIP package. And I bought Cobra Neighbor Hater slip-ons, bought heated grips, Cereal big ass cup holder, and I had them install all that stuff. And I paid them to install it. So, ended up having issues with one of the slip-ons, and fought for over a year with them about getting that shit right. It was just a nightmare. And Cobra finally told him, take the pipe off, send us the pipe, send us the bill, we'll pay you. You know, this is a bumpy road. So, got that issue sorted out somewhat. Then, numerous times I've had vents go bad, and we'll get into that here in a minute, because that's kind of what led to the icing on the cake here. Trying to think the best way to stay on topic here. It's hard. Oh, when they did the heated grips, they ran the wiring goofy under the tank, and the wiring fell off before I got the bike home. They broke this little chrome cover underneath the ignition when they had it apart, and just let it roll out like that. Didn't say nothing. They just let it roll like nothing had happened. They replaced it. We'll say to their credit. Anything that they have screwed up, they have fixed. But that's kind of not the point. Not supposed to be screwing stuff up. Yeah. So we had that. Then just attitude and mannerism of the folks at the service counter is just poor, piss poor. And then they wheel bearings. Yeah, that was the next thing. Wheel bearings. I had wheel bearings go bad. I think it was the rear first. Okay. Yeah, it was the rear first, because we'll get into something else that I thought they were going to give me a hassle over, but they didn't. Rear wheel bearings went out, and they charged me to replace them while I'm still under the factory 2-year warranty. They charged me, and it was like almost $500. You know what I mean? Just for that, and it was in there for a service, and I was having a tire put on it all at the same time, and they still charged me almost $500 for the wheel bearing replacement. Yeah. Yep, bend over, throw some sand on it. We're not using any lube. So when it came to that one, I argued with them. They were like, yeah, Harley's not going to warranty that. I'm like, okay, whatever. Pay it, because I was out of town for the day. That was when I went up to Arkport with my buddy for his Road King, and we came back. We went to pick that up all in a day. That was a fun day. So I contacted Harley Corporate and explained to them, just had my bike in the dealership, had defective wheel bearing, and dealership charged me X amount of dollars to replace that wheel bearing. And they were like, no, that should have been filed under warranty. So, and I apologize, stay with me because it's going to be a long one. You guys need to know this information. Harley got a hold of them. let them know, hey, that's supposed to be covered under a 2-year factory warranty or whatever. You owe that guy some money. So we go up, sort some stuff out, and I was looking into buying some other things, and made a deal to where you just give me in-store credit, because they can't just give you your cash back. I don't know why. They can't give you a cash back or reapply it to your card, which is stupid. They gotta write you a check, and the lady for the checks wasn't there. So I was like, no problem, folks. Let's just, go ahead and give me the credit, and, we'll work it that way. Okay, cool. Trying to maintain a good relationship, trying to be nice, trying to make things easy for everybody involved. So that was the route we went there. And then the one that I thought I was going to have a problem with, I didn't actually have a problem with. And that is how I come to have a thin white wall tire on my bike, on the front. And I like it. My front wheel bearings went bad after my rear, which was right around 30,000 miles, 35. They went bad. So I take it up, having a service done. Told him, hey, look, there's something going on in the front of that bike. I think it might be a wheel bearing. Sure enough, it was a wheel bearing, but he was like, we changed the wheel bearings out, still something going on. And they put the tire, I did a video of that, where they put the tire on the tire balancer and all that, and it was all goofy. I've never, ever in my life seen a tire out of round, so to speak, the way this one was. And even he was in shock by it. So they said, we're going to warranty the tire. And I was like, really? Because, granted, the tire hadn't been on there that long. I think 5,000 or 6,000 miles. And they warrantied it. But the only thing they had was the thin white wall. I was like, I don't care. I said, put it on there. I said, if there's a price difference, let me know, I'll pay it. They're like, no, we'll take care of it. Thanks, man. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. And they took care of that. No problem, no issue. And it was like awesome. So I'm thinking we're finally headed in the right direction. And then October come around, I had a bad vent. I led their fall foliage ride and things of that nature, because Hog Chapter was leading it and I led it. So it was fun. Put together route, all that stuff. Took the bike up after the ride was over, had it scheduled to have a vent replaced. So they replaced the vent again, which that's not their fault. That vent, or in this case, both these vents have been a hassle. I will say, one time I had it up there for a vent, and they were like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Because they were checking the ones down here, they weren't checking them up here. So, I ended up having to wait to get it fixed, but got it fixed nonetheless. Now I'm doing some things to try to prevent them from going bad, and we'll see how that works out. If it works out, I'll let you guys know about that. But, they replaced the vent, and at the time I didn't know it. Had I knew it, I'd have been real hot. So winter rolls around and all that stuff, and here on the East Coast, we gotta put the bikes up for the winter time once snow starts to fly. So, I figured I had some credit with them, which I used towards my warranty, and I was going to do the Falls Gate Stage 1, and I was going to do that over the winter time. I was going to put it in, talk to them, ask them ahead of time what it would cost to have it flashed, and being as I was buying everything off them, but explain to them I was doing the install myself. I was doing it for YouTube content, things of that nature. And they were like, yeah, no problem. They was like, you buy it off, we'll take care of the flash, that's no big deal. And I very politely asked the guy, I said, can you make a note of that on your, because I gotta do work orders when they order parts, can you make a note of that and print it off so I don't have any hassle when the time comes? Yeah, sure, no problem. So he did that. And when I ordered the Falls Gate Stage 1 speaker and amp and all that stuff, I was very, very adamant. I want the amp that mounts in the fairing. I don't want the one that goes in the saddlebag. I want to take up 0 saddlebag space, because when the wife and I go places, well, we fill them up. We'll go out for 10, 12 days at a time, and we utilize all the space. So, I don't want anything taking up space in there. So he's like, yeah, man, here, this is the one you want right here. So we go ahead, order it, pay for it, all that fun stuff. Then time comes around to go ahead and pull the outer fairing off. I was going to have it fixed, which it's still not fixed. Got a little scuff mark there on the left side. I was going to have it fixed, and I was going to have my inner fairing painted. Take my inner fairing apart. If I have a picture, I'll show you. If not, refer back to my inner fairing removal video, and you'll see what happened. But they broke a whole bunch of crap when they put that vent in. And I'm like, damn. So now I can't have this fairing painted because it's no good. It's junk. And I know it's going to be difficult because I have it apart to, prove anything. So I started looking at it, and you could clearly see where the plastic was twisted in a clockwise direction. And I took fairing, vent, and everything up there to them, showed them, and right away, as expected, what do? They deny it. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. Like, okay, you guys replaced the vent in October, that's the bottom line. I said it hasn't been off there since then. I said, look at my mileage and the miles I ride. When do I have time? I just took it apart. Explained to him I took it apart so I could have the inner fairing painted and have my outer fairing fixed. Which, as the owner of the motorcycle, I should be allowed to do. It's mine. So, there was a little bit of a debacle over that. The lady that I needed to speak to was in town at that time. She was out of town on vacation, which, understandable. She got back in town. We worked together and spoke and stuff like that. And, boom. Next thing you know, we're warrantying it. Cool, thanks. Call me when it comes in. I'll come up, pick it up, take it, have it painted, I'll put it on. Oh no, you can't put it on. I took it off. No, we have to put it on. Okay. For Harley warranty, we have to put it on. So, okay, whatever. Call me when it comes in. And, it was supposed to be there in like a couple of weeks and ended up being on back order for a few months. Just the way the world is, I guess. But I went ahead and I had like 48,000 miles on the bike. Wasn't doing a whole lot of riding because of my surgery on my elbows. And how you doing, buddy? I called them and asked them if, it was riding season was starting to open up. So I called them and asked them if I could bring it up there for the 50K, get it knocked out of the way, so the bike's not up there for a couple of days, and I'm missing out on a couple of days of riding during good riding weather and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, it's only got 48 something on it, and it's not quite at 50 yet. I know I'm early. I was just wanting to know if I could have it done. And they were like, yeah, that's not a problem. We can do it. It's going to be a week or so before we can get you in. And I thought, no big deal. Even though with the VIP package, they're supposed to get you in 72 hours. Yeah. But no big deal. It is what it is. I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't upset about it. There's Phil Billy. So we ended up having that done and taken care of, and I had explained to him that I had a rattle. It sounded like something was bottoming out. I knew they did the fork oil on the 50K. I didn't know if they did anything with the rear suspension, if they could check it out and they could tell me what that noise back there was. So they call me, tell me a bike's done, come get it. I go up to get it, and I ask them, I said, what'd you find about, the noise on the ass end of that thing? Oh, it was exhaust on the left side was loose. He went ahead and took care of that. Oh, cool, thanks. Get back on the bike, go down the road. Guess what? Noise is still there. It's still there now. I kind of fixed it the other day, but it didn't hold out. So, the rubber isolator is shut. I'll insert a picture here, which I found it myself. It's a $5 part, and all they had to do is call me up and say, hey, look, dude, this part's $5. It's not covered under warranty, or it is covered under warranty, which if it's covered under warranty, I believe there's $50 deductible or some shit like that. I just said, hey, look, I'll pay the $5 for the part, and I'll throw your mechanic $20 for 5 minutes of putting it on. But they didn't do that. So then you end up with the interfering situation. They call me up, tell me, hey, interfering's in, need to schedule you to get that thing put on. Okay. So they schedule me for a Saturday to have that put on. I get the bike up there, and lady in charge is bullshitting with some folks I know up there. And lady in charge says, hey, need you to come with me. I'm like, okay. So I go in the back with her, and I'm thinking, alright, they're doing this interfering deal, and it's not going to be warranted. They're going to say they're going to cover part of the cost, and I'm going to have to cover part of the cost. This is fixing to get bad, right? Well, it got bad, but not bad in the way that I thought it did, or was going to. She explained to me very bluntly, I'm not beating around the bush about it, is what she said. We are revoking your VIP. we're going to put that fairing on, and then we are done servicing your bike. We are going to refund you the remaining balance, because I still had the rest of this year and part of next year remaining on it. So they just took the total months of it and divided it by whatever months we'd already gone through, and came up with a total and handed me a check. Said, you can still come up here. You're in the hog chapter. You can still do that. We don't have a problem with that. You can buy a bike if you want to. If you want to trade your bike in, you want to buy a bike, or deal with motor clothes and stuff like that, you can do that. But you cannot do anything with the service department. And she was upset because they have a policy on electronics to where you're not allowed to return electronics. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you this, but electronics that I ordered were wrong. Flat out wrong. Your guy told me they were right. They were wrong. That's not my fault. That's your fault. So, yeah. I returned them. And got my money back. And I think she may have been upset because I didn't do the in-store credit thing or anything like that. I just said, nope, give me my money back. I'll deal with Fosgate instead of dealing with you. And she said, well, it doesn't say that in the book. It doesn't tell us where it goes or anything like that. Really? Because you guys found out where it goes? You read the fine print and found out. Whereas if you'd read the fine print in the first place, we wouldn't have been in that situation. So, we had that. So they replaced the inner fairing, and we're supposed to be done. I go up, pick up the bike, and right away, I notice right here and right here. Then you guys probably can't see them real well on the camera, so I'll put a picture in. They put the new inner fairing on, they put that screw in, and that screw in either in the wrong place, or they put them in too tight. So, I had to wait a few days, so I wouldn't totally lose my shit, and be irate and end up having a big scene. I had to wait and think about how to bring this to their attention. And I did, and she was like, well, why are you waiting so long to show us that? It only been like a week. And I'm like, because if I had come in here that day, it would not have been good. And I'll leave it at that. So, oh, wait, hold on. So, she said, okay, I'll look into it and I'll call you. So, but let's digress a little bit and go back. Stay with me. I forgot about this part. This is key too. I think this may be what started the whole thing. I had the 50K service done, I had told them about the noise back here. At the time, I didn't know it was the exhaust. I didn't. They said they fixed it. Obviously, they didn't, because it's still doing it. So, it's a Monday, and I am on my way home from physical therapy on this particular day. And I just pulled in the driveway, and my phone rings. It's the dealership. I'm like, what do they want? Oh, here they have a lady that just does phone calls, calls and says, hey, we are looking, and, we're in need for used bikes, and we'd like to buy your bike. She does all that stuff, and when you have services done, call and want you to do a review. Well, they called me, want me to do a review or survey on what I thought of their service. And I very politely declined. I said, I don't have nothing to say at this time. Thank you. And she was like, well, what do you mean? Is something wrong? I'm like, no, ma'am. Nothing's wrong. I don't have anything to say at this time. I just don't. Well, if there's something wrong, you can tell me. And that's the only way we'll be able to fix it. Is if I tell you. Or if I tell them. So, I very politely explained to her that I've had issues in the past, and there's issues now that aren't fixed, aren't taken care of. And it's the same thing. I said, I'll run my VIP package out, and then we'll be done. I won't have my bike service there no more, and we'll be good. I don't want to say anything. I've got half a year left on the VIP. We'll burn that up, and then I'll look into something else, And she says, well, that's not really helping, with anything or anything like that. If there's something wrong that isn't pertaining, I know you've had issues in the past, but what about now in this particular service? And just really, really pushy. So, this was probably about a 10 or 15 minute conversation, me trying to explain to her that I don't want to say anything. And, she was just really, really pushy about it. So, I flat out said, your service department sucks. I said, the staff that you have working are just not very professional. They're rude as shit. They don't pay attention to you or ask, hey, how you doing? Can I help you? Or anything like that. They make you stand there and wait for ungodly amounts of time. And then it's a fiasco trying to get anything done with them. We're trying to ask them any questions because they don't know any of the answers. They don't know shit. And I told her, I said, it sucks. Service department sucks. You ask, there's your answer. So that got reported back, and I believe that is part of the reason why my VIP got revoked, because of my thoughts and feelings on their service department. So that was brought up in the little conversation that we had when she told me she was revoking my VIP package. We're not going to be able to make you happy no matter what we do, this and that. It's not hard. I bring my bike up here to have it serviced, but every time I bring it up here, they break or fuck something up. So, would you not be upset? And I let her know, I've done some math on some of the things, and buying the bike, buying the warranty, buying the VIP package, heated grips, Santa headsets, jacket for my wife, rain gear, just all kind of stuff that we bought up there. Poker chips, I'd go up there, I'd buy 30 poker chips at a time just to mail out to fellow YouTubers with stickers. If you got a sticker in the mail from me, you got a poker chip from there. Just stuff like that. And it just, I guess we just couldn't agree upon it. And it, like I said, it don't mess my bike up, but I spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to, counting buying the bike and everything, $40,000 to $50,000 up there since 2019. That's a lot of money. And like when I bought the warranty and stuff like that, she was helpful with that. Granted, it was their mistake that they made because they didn't know the information. They didn't have all the money up front to buy the warranty, and they offered a thing to where you could finance it for 12 months with no interest. So I was like, okay, here, I'm going to put this much down and finance the rest. Well, come to find out, I was putting too much down, but they had already processed everything and took my money. So she made me a deal, an agreement, to where I just pay her. I'm like, okay, fine. You know, call the dealership every week. Or, no, it was agreed upon to be once a month. So I called once a month and made a payment. You know? And that worked out. I paid that off. No problem. You know, that was nice of her. She didn't have to do that, but she did. You know? So I guess it wasn't all bad. But they changed the interfering, revoked my VIP package, refused to do maintenance or warranty work. They screwed the new interfering up when they put it on. Right there. And right there. So you got that going for you. And I took it back up, showed her that. And supposedly there's supposed to be another interfering on order. And I very calmly and politely explained to her, I do not want you guys to put that interfering on. I said, I'll sign a waiver, whatever, draw up some type of legal document. I do not trust you guys, obviously, to put that on there. And she's like, well, I gotta look into that. So I got the right of way, dipshit. She calls me and tells me, you know, it's got to be a defect in the mold. You know, and this is the other thing, is anything that has been screwed up that they have screwed up there, it's excusing it. Not holding people accountable, not owning it and taking responsibility for it. They almost try to make it seem as if it's my fault or Harley's fault. And that's not the case. So when she revoked everything and did that, the wife and I had a discussion. And you know, I guess I walked out to the truck a little long-faced or something like that, and I had an envelope in my hand. She said, what's that? I said, a check. She said, for what? I said, they have revoked my VIP package. They won't service my bike. They won't do any warranty work on my bike. And the wife had said, you know what? We need to just be done. Done with everything. Done with the hog chapter. Done with them. Just done. You know, just, you know, my wife was upset about it. And I said, yeah, I've thought about that. She was like, well, that's what we're going to do. I was like, I'm fine with that. So, you know, I stepped down my position from the hog chapter and maybe took some extreme measurements, if you want to call it that, or extreme actions. I burnt everything associated with Valley Harley Davidson that I had, t-shirts and stuff like that. Why? Because I'm not going to be a rolling billboard for them. I'm not going to advertise for them, and that's what it is. It's free advertisement. You know what I mean? We all do it. We're all guilty of it. We buy shirts from dealerships with dealership names on them. And for us, it's just to show other people where we've been. But a lot of us that have been loyal to our hometown local dealerships and faithful to them generally have a lot of t-shirts from those dealerships. Well, not anymore. Alrighty, folks. I apologize about that. Camera died. I didn't have my battery pack on it. Had to stop and do that. But t-shirts, done being a rolling billboard for dealerships. Not just Valley. Valley has opened my eyes to it by treating me the way that they have. That's not to say that I've gotten rid of every single Harley Davidson t-shirt that I have, because I haven't. I've got some from places the wife and I have gone to that, you know, kind of have a little bit of sentimental value, so to speak, and just part of the memories that we made at those places. So, I mean, yeah, I'll wear those shirts, but I'm not going to be that guy who every time you hop on your Harley, you got to have something on that says Harley Davidson on it. Because that's, yeah, that's a whole nother video. Don't buy into that shit and don't do that stupid shit. Just say that. But yeah, done being a rolling billboard for them. That is for sure. Done with that. That's what it is. When you're out there and, you know, you're riding your motorcycle, you're wearing a t-shirt and it's got their name on the back of it, you're just a rolling billboard for them. It's free advertisement for them. They got the game figured out. But that's the story on, you know, everything with my Instagram posts over the last couple of days, and why I'm done with Valley. Harley is a dealership in Hull. Going to contact Harley corporate and see what we can't do about this second interfering that they screwed up, and take it from there, and order the bushings for my exhaust and take care of that myself, do my services and stuff myself. When it comes to warranty work, there's a few other dealerships in the area I can take it to. The good ones with all the good technicians and things of that nature. Harley corporate and all their infinite wisdom has gone ahead and shut them down, because I guess they just don't want quality work on their bikes, you know. So now I'm questioning about the warranty and buying the warranty and all that shit too. Should just let the warranty expire and took the bike down to my buddy and said, alright, here you go. He wanted to build it, but I bought into it, so here's what it is at this point. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Sorry, I know this video was a little up and down, hard to follow. Any questions, just leave it in the comment section and I will try to answer it as quickly as I can to help you guys out. But if you're ever in Triadelphia, West Virginia, I do not recommend, especially if you have problems with your motorcycle, I do not recommend Valley Harley Davidson. I will say that. And that's a shame. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Remember to ride fast, live slow, and we will see you all on the next one.